So a reoccurring team goal for the girls was to win conference and participate at the NAIA National Tournament. My time at Lindsey Wilson was extremely cherished, and I'm sure my girls get annoyed with it, but I always am telling them stories and reflecting about my time there and how inspirational it was to me and how influential it is to my coaching style and just the high standards that were required of us as players and as students. Our first goal every year was to have the highest GPA on campus and the best record on the court at the same time. So those things have just been ingrained in me, into academics, into the court. Everything is high standards that come out of Lindsey Wilson, and that's what we're starting here at CU and will continue. So at Lindsey Wilson, I worked under, as an athlete, I were under two coaches, Coach Cavins and Coach Forbes. Both of them have outstanding resumes on their own. When I started with Coach Cavins, it was an immediate shock when you walk in the gym, like I talked about those standards, and he knows the volleyball game so well and knows how to build you up as a person, to be able to withstand anything in your life as well as on the court. So translating that into learning how to be a good coach was, I took the good things, left the bad things. Mostly the good I take, and like I said, you can talk to my players all you want. There's always little tidbits that I'll throw in there like, oh, well, my time here, my time there, like this really works, like I've been through it, I know how it's supposed to look and what it's supposed to look like and how we got to get there. So just that coaching style, pulling from all the good coaches that I've had and being able to shift that into my own culture. I always loved volleyball as a sport, and my love of teaching just allowed me to merge them both together. I love teaching with a passion. I love growing students' critical thinking skills and creating an environment where it's constantly thriving and learning and being the best citizen and person that you can be to go into the world. And I see an opportunity in coaching, just like teaching, that there's always things to be learned and always ways to grow, no matter if that's learning how to work together on a volleyball court through communication or in a classroom learning group work. They really go hand in hand, and I know that I can fuel my love of learning as a coach just as much as a teacher. The transition going from a GA to a head coach, it's been a massive step, and I don't think that I would be able to do it successfully without the people around me. Coach Alfonso was just hired as the men's coach. He has been an amazing leader and guide for me. He has lots of years under his belt, but he's also very new to CU, just like I am as a head coach. So he's been a great guide for me on how to be a coach, but we've been learning together about how to navigate CU. And then my assistant, Coach Manny, he's also been absolutely amazing, and he has a lot more time at CU than I do. And then Coach Hardy and Coach Colvin, they have really been there for me if I have any questions. If I walk into their office, it's an open door, and they're always willing to help and give me the best advice possible. First of all, I'm extremely proud of our girls and how that they fought through that 5-set match. Going in, we knew that it was going to be a really intense match. We play volleyball very similar to Cumberland University. Is our defense is good, we're keeping balls off the ground, we're working to score, we continue the rallies as long as we can, but at the same time we have great hitters too that can put the ball away when it's necessary. So we knew it was going to be a real battle with them, and we knew that their record was pretty good, and it aligned with ours where they were beating people that we weren't. So we knew it was going to be a really big deal to come out victorious with that. And like I said, I'm just proud of the way that the girls fought and executed our game plan as coaches to get the victory. So when we get into those huddles, we really turn to our team captains and our leaders out there on the court, specifically Paige Merrick. She does an amazing job of having a calming presence, but at the same time, like, let's get stuff done, let's go right now. And when we take those timeouts, if we feel unsettled, there's times where I'll just turn to her and be like, all right, what are we running on the floor? Like, how can we make it better? Like, how are we gonna score right now? And let her kind of give her game plan to the girls and let them buy into it. Now there are all times when she'll say things and we'll be like, let's run the shoot instead of the 3, and it'll be like, oh, okay, let's go. Like, that'll work. So we really work together and rely on those girls that have good experience and know what it takes to be out on the floor, as well as mine and Coach Manny's experience from the game plan and what we need to do to win. So when we get in those long rallies, it makes me and Coach Manny feel really good about our conditioning, because we know that they're in there and they're fighting for every point and chasing balls down and getting up there and trying to get the kill every single time. So those just tell us that they know how to work hard and they're ready to do the work this season. Those players, like you said, like, they're the veterans, like, they've been through it all. And for Paige, I'm the 4th coach that she's been in contact with at CU. She was recruited by somebody else. She was coached her first year by somebody else, and then she got a new coach, and then they've been through a lot as a group of athletes, and they're taking the best outcome possible. And from all those different coaches and the wealth of experience, they translate their own personalities on the court. So like Hannah McGill, I can't give enough praise to that girl. She comes in here every day, works her butt off, and is a vocal leader, a physical leader out here. Like, she really puts it all on the line and gives everybody a great idea of what you're supposed to look like as a player. The very first meeting that we had with all the girls, we sat them down individually and had them make personal goals and team goals. And then my assistant and I did the same thing. So a reoccurring team goal for the girls was to win conference and participate at the NAI National Tournament. And by the NAI National Tournament, I don't just mean the play-in match, I mean going to Iowa and playing in the Tyson Center and getting that experience. So with McKenna, she is another one of those lights on our team. She has a big personality, she's bubbly, and she always wants to laugh and have fun, but she also knows when it's time to get serious, and she puts a lot of pressure on herself, as well as we put the pressure on her. So to see her be successful on the court just makes me so happy, because like I said, she puts so much pressure on herself to be good. And although she does have that amazing personality, there is a very serious side to her, and those blocks, like, they change the game for us, and I can't wait to see how she furthers her time at CU, because this is her first year on varsity. So we're just really excited to have her and see how she can continue to grow. Win, for sure. I want to win, but I was talking earlier with the media staff that this is our first home match, and usually it doesn't take this long for us to get a home match. Like, the fact that our first home game, that we get to welcome students and faculty and community members into our gym on September 13th is a little crazy. So we're just excited to see our fans again and hear Gosser go crazy again for us. So my biggest goal is that we bring a good crowd and that the girls get energized from them again and get ready to go for the rest of the season. The last thing that I want to add is I am extremely proud of our girls, the way that they've bought into the culture that Coach Manny and I have implemented into the program, and that the way that it's working among them and how it's translating on the court and to the wins. Just that culture that's thriving in our program. I'm extremely proud of the way it's continuing. We have a home match against Bethel tonight, and then we also have another home match Thursday at 7 p.m. against Freed Hardman. So come out and support your Tigers.